Okay, campers, rise and shine. This is Phil Connors reminding you to bundle up. It's cold out there.
Over 2 decades after Phil Connors spent several lifetimes in the small town of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, his son, Phil Jr., returns home to weather his own never-ending nightmare. Launching exclusively in VR, Groundhog Day, like father, like son, is a whimsical and sometimes poignant tribute to the comedy classic. But its rough edges are tough to ignore.
Might as well be finger painting.
The game continues the story from the 1993 film, focusing on Phil Connors' family and friends as they gather for a memorial service following his sudden death. Phil's son is desperate to leave Punxsutawney for LA to further his emerging career as a vlogger, but agrees to extend his visit to cover the occasion as a pitch to his new boss. Phil keeps his tablet handy to stream to his fans, take photographs, and talk to contacts like his producer or girlfriend. To Phil's horror, on the day before Groundhog Day, he finds himself caught in the same time loop his father experienced 26 years earlier. Phil Jr. has to make amends to everyone around him, or this February 1st will never end.
Fine.
Come on, kids,
Mary,
let's
go.
play Follow the Angry Father.
When are you getting this? Please tell me you're filming this.
There's an effective mix between new and old characters and direct references to the film script. If you've seen the movie once or twice, you'll recognize iconic locations, and it's pleasing to take in each environment in VR. There is a cartoonish wash on everything, with large faces and exaggerated gestures. The areas you visit, while memorable, are simplified to a point that definitely comes short of an approximate representation. It fits the aesthetic, but you only visit a handful of areas, missing the chance to recreate lots of fan-favorite scenes. It's surprising there's no car chase, no trip to the bowling alley, movie theater, or other spots Phil Sr. visited several times in his life.
Ned Ryerson?
Bing!
The story still has a clever setup. If a film sequel was to be made of Groundhog Day, this wouldn't be a terrible way to go about it. Unlike his father, Phil Jr. grew up in Punxsutawney. He loathes having to visit a job he got fired from and needing to talk to an ex-girlfriend he's worked hard to ignore. And the story benefits from his unique perspective. Unfortunately, because the world looks the way it does, it fails to pull off some of the more serious moments. Phil Jr. is a bit of a pain in the early days, as expected. You're not given many chances to be nice to people right away, and it can be frustrating to see through his eyes as he acts like a nuisance to everyone around him. The cast is also surprisingly vulgar for the style of the world and the fact that the film had a cozy PG rating.
I'm done. Go fuck yourself, Phil.
The old times when video games were cool. Not like today with all the virtual reality and stuff.
To model the perfect day and break the cycle, you need to spot areas of conflict and reveal shortcuts to navigate around them. After making breakfast, you learn that your mom actually prefers takeout, so you can skip the minigame forever by calling the local cafe when you wake up. You can quickly restart the scene you're in or the whole day to give it one more shot when you know what to do. The puzzles are brief and easy, and VR-friendly minigames allow you to restart as many times as you need to get them right. Steps have been laid out to help you avoid repeating scenes unnecessarily, but there are still plenty of them that drag on after the 6th or 7th run. You seldom get the chance to focus on one part of town over another, and even with all the rewinding, most of the time, the story beats are laid out in a straight line. You can examine all paths and conversation options in each scene, so aside from picking up collectibles and revealing secrets you missed, there's little reason to play the 5 to 7 hour campaign a second time.
See, time, it's all an illusion. Trust me, kid. I know.
The music, dialogue, performances, and graphical style were all composed with harmonious intent. Figuring out each chapter of the story involves revealing difficult memories and complicated emotional issues, and streamlining the day's events is a satisfying endeavor. But the game isn't very pretty, and considering how attached you're supposed to get to Punxsutawney and its citizens, the visuals are a bit too exaggerated. Characters and the objects they hold often clip through each other, or they completely fail to pick objects up. Characters' mouths stretch their faces when they speak, pulling their eyelids downward in distracting ways. None of this impedes progress, but it is unfortunate given the game's goal.
I'm actually a little excited for it, aren't you?
Sure, it's not every day you get to honor the old man. Oh no, wait, sorry. Apparently we do this every day. Well, that was fun. Not every day you get to see a train wreck in real time. Oh look, a sport I never played.
What succeeds above all else is the script. The writers know the right times to drop references to the film and faithfully stick to the first story's warmest moments. It's a shame Gobbler's Knob can't look the same way it does in the movie, and there's an unavoidable clunkiness to the way people move around, but there's a surprising amount of heart in this goofy sequel. It's worth experiencing if you're already set up for VR, and Groundhog Day is something you like to revisit again and again. Easy Allies reviews are made possible by generous viewers just like you. If you like what you see, check out patreon.com/easyallies to help us make more. For just $1 a month, you can gain access to weekly updates, spoiler discussions, and exclusive shows.
I'll tell you the truth, kid. A lot of life's gonna feel like going round and round the same track. But there's a lot that you can learn from repetition.
Really? Like what?